Is your power, brother. I'm encouraging our people to wake up, encouraging our people to wake up, to change their mindset, and encouraging our people to wake up, to change your program, to change your thinking, to change your logic. I am your brother that's showing you a way out and a way to have real change and real power. Like I say, I'm not your news. I speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective. And the solution from my perspective is reprogramming ourselves as people, empowering ourselves as people. The solution, the direction for us as we need to be as people is to re-educate, unlearn, and re-educate ourselves as people, to empower ourselves as people. Because the system and the government is not going to do it. They are the reasons why we in the predicament we in right now. Because you got to think and understand what history holds. It holds the truth to what happened to us because something happened to us. If you don't understand that something happened to us, you still lost. And you still using the old program. You have not worked on re-educating yourself, relearning yourself to empower yourself. You still using the old program while you still going along with this system. So as the holiday come up, you the first one at the store. That's using the old system. And what the time is, it's time for you to wake up. The essence is the time for you to wake up to see it for yourself. Time is for you to change from within and start expecting somebody to do it for you. The time is for us to make a real change from us. The time is our time to stand up, to be empowered. The time is it's power. And knowing how you're going to see it and embrace your power, you got to acknowledge who you are to embrace your power. You got to do your work and your research to to understand and identify yourself, unlearn yourself, re-educate yourself, and empower yourself. You got to work on what we have not been working on. Knowledge. You got to seek and look out for the knowledge so you can repair yourself to empower yourself. Time. Time is always ticking, but time could be on your side or the enemy side. My question is you, are you tired of seeing the time on everybody else's side and besides ours? But we hold the direction for us as people if we wake up and see. Because we are the first and original people here in this life within this time. And we're still getting held back because we're not reprogrammed ourselves. We have not re-educated ourselves. We have not done the work to get some real results, like rebuilding yourself for true healing. You cannot heal if you don't know what happened to you. If you don't heal, you don't grow. You don't improve. If you don't understand time, and the essence is time is ticking, and the time is in your hands. But the question is for me to you, what you gonna do with it? Are you waiting on the New Year's revolution to come up? You waiting on the New Year's again? Huh? You're gonna change your hair, you're gonna change your residence and not acknowledge if you don't change your thinking. If you don't change your thinking, nothing will change. Nothing will change. You'll go back doing the same things you've been doing because you have not changed the program to change yourself, to empower yourself. Time is the essence. Time is the direction. Time is the key. Time is everything if you're working on yourself to see the power within life. Time. Time is a matter over material things. Time. You can't buy time back. You can't. You losing it every day within life. Self-destruction. You losing it every day. Being on the block, being a thug. You losing it every day, not empowering yourself. Time. As we get older, time is ticking. That's why I stood up because I made a decision in my life because I'm tired of seeing time tick by and my people are losing. We're losing. As long as you don't acknowledge that, you're still using the old program. And I'm telling you and I'm encouraging you, it's time to wake up to see the power inside you so we can empower each other as people. I'm telling you and giving you a blueprint and giving you the direction. Meditate, read books, educate, reprogram yourself to heal yourself. Educate yourself. Read books, documentaries. Know what happened in 1917 East St. Louis. Know what happened in 1637. Because time is the essence. Time is the key. Know what happened. Know what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because if you don't know what happened, it can happen again. If you don't know what we've been through, it can happen again. That's what you got to understand. The overall look of us as people is time. Go back in your history and understand what happened to us within time. To understand we must strengthen ourselves and strengthen each other within time. In your mind, time to work on yourself. Meditate. To empower yourself. Work out. Because it will enhance your time of life. Time. Time. If I can buy time, I would. But you cannot. This is why we must wake up and change for people, for ourselves as people, because time is ticking. You're going to embrace the time, or you're just going to sit back and let it gradually tick by, and you don't make no adjustments, you don't make no improvement by sitting back, by turning the other cheek. No, it's time to wake up and stand up for each other. It's time to make change for us as people. It's time for our environment to change, but our environment won't change because we ain't changed the program. It's time for us to put our hands to work. Stop going to the church and expecting the man himself to do what you must do. Pray on it. No, you work on it. You react on it. You stand on it. It's time for us to acknowledge this system, including the churches. A lot of them was in on enslaving our ancestors. It's time for us to wake up and acknowledge this system is not empowering us. It's time for us to unite as people so we can really have power for ourselves and give our kids some tools of power. Money is power, but it's all how you use it. And if none of us as people have no businesses, we're not empowering ourselves. We're watering down ourselves as people, and we're making every other group around us empowered. Knowledge is power. It can change your thought process, and your thoughts can change your behavior, and that'll trickle down into your actions. Once you acknowledge the trauma, you'll work on rebuilding yourself or healing yourself for change. Fact of the matter is, we are traumatized and trauma people, programmed and conditioned in the system. Wake up. Wake up and empower yourself. Wake up to uplift yourself. Wake up to embrace your identity. It's time, because time is ticking. We don't get a hold of the society which has been oppressing us, or we're gonna keep allowing it to kill us. Because we getting killed and we killing each other. It's time for us to make a change so we can make a direction, a different direction, a different change, a different tactic, a different way of thinking, a different mindset, a different program, a different way of being in life. It's time. It's time for us to stop just sitting back with our hands up under our asses. It's time. Give a fuck to stand up. Stop saying that you won't change and you ain't done not a damn thing to make change. It's time to acknowledge we're lacking in our knowledge. The lack of knowledge is the lack of power. It's time to acknowledge we must really rebuild ourselves to really heal ourselves as people. It's time. Time is ticking. Our kids are looking up to us, and I want to be a father and a man and be like, I'm proud of what I'm doing. I want my kids to acknowledge, to be proud, where the world will be safer once we stand up and make change, because it's time for that. Are we going to sit back and be content as our kids keep getting killed in schools, or our kids keep shooting and killing each other? Enough is enough. It's time for us to change our logic. It's time for us to change our thinking. It's time for us to stand up for each other, to unite with each other. It's time. Being in our own lanes and being divided have not empowered us. It have not benefited us. It's time for us to make change as a group of people. You tell me, getting drunk and high, has it empowered us? It's time for us to be honest with ourselves, to empower each other. It's time for us to make a true change for us. It's time, because time is the essence. If you don't understand The time that is ticking, you will keep getting left behind, and we'll keep losing and burying our people. But it's time to say, hold up, I had enough of that. And I'm going to make a change for within myself, to make a change for my family, to make a change for my people. So we can be empowered as people, because it's time. I had enough of wasting time with people that don't want change. I'm looking for individuals and people that won't change, so we can really make the change happen. And it starts in your own mental. It starts in your own room. It starts in your own house. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge of self is the direction. You cannot empower yourself if you don't know what happened to yourself. The lack of knowledge is lacking, and it's hurting us as people. They say if you want to read, if you want to hide some, if you want to hide some, put in a book. It's true, people. It's power in the books. It's the books is it's not when you read, and the books is not for us to be highly educated. It's to empower us, to empower our identity, to empower our blackness. Because it's time. It's time to embrace your blackness. Because you can't not tell me just because you got braids and dreadlocks and you walk like a thug and you think you're a black man, that's a black man as he can say he's one. But if you don't have a mental that's an African, and you know who you truly are and know where we came from and know what we've been through, you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. If you still hate your brother and sister on the next block or down the street, you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. If you choosing to stay in your lane, you don't know who you are. You acting just like the guinea pig that being rewired, conditioned, groomed, brainwashed to go along with this system and stay in your seat and be ignorant as they take advantage of us. That's it. And you must be had enough of that. You got to. If you acknowledge what we've been through and what we're going through, you cannot keep on going through life playing that game, because it's not benefiting us staying in our own lane. It's not benefit us getting drunk. It's not benefit us getting high. Because once we wake up the next day and acknowledge that shit didn't improve us, we're still damaged. We're still hurting. We're still broken. We're still divided. We're still burying our people because we have not woke up. And I say enough is enough, because it's time. I want my kids, our people to look up to us and be like, I'm proud of that generation. I'm proud of them. They made a difference. They made it better. I'm encouraging my people to wake up to see it for themselves. Stop expecting somebody to do it for us. We must do it for us. Change is going to come from us as people. We must do it. We must put our hands to work. We must put our minds to work. We must put our eyes to work. We must put ourselves to work for ourselves, to empower ourselves, because working for everybody else is not benefiting us. Just be honest and look in the mirror and tell yourself the God's honest truth, my brother, my sister, my children. Be honest with yourself. Hold yourself accountable for what's going on, because we play effect in it. It's the choices we make. But if you're using the old program, you will continue using these negative and stupid choices and keep on acting inappropriate. Stop all the inappropriate behavior. Buying Nikes, buying Jordans, buying all these other brands, and you know for a damn fact does not empower us. So I'm encouraging you. I'm inspiring you. I'm pushing you. I'm uplifting you to wake up, to snap out of it. Because we have been conditioned and brainwashed within this system to be against each other and fight each other. And it's not benefiting us. It's not. If you give a damn about yourself and give a damn about your kids, you should be willing to make the change, which will empower us. And it's a great feeling to be empowered, self-empowered. So I can empower my family. I can empower the group. I can't say I want better, but I ain't doing the work. I'll do the work, people. I do the work, and I'm encouraging you to do the same so we can be empowered as individuals and understand my perspective and anyone else's philosophy and perspective so we can have a better direction for a better solution. You know what I'm saying? A better outcome on the other side of the street once we come together mentally. But if we ain't gonna come together mentally, you gonna keep using the old program, we're not gonna never change. Understand we're not gonna never change. If reparations hit our pockets today, it can make a change, but if we ain't changed mentally, we will continue to do the self-destruction. We will continue to live craziness in our hoods, or we'll move out of our hoods and make other places just like a hood. Because we have not reprogrammed ourselves. You got to be brutally honest with yourself. Why do you drink yourself to sleep? Why do you smoke yourself to sleep, but it's not empowering you? Because you're using the old program. Once you awaken and reprogram yourself and relearn and re-educate yourself, you will reprogram yourself and empower yourself, where you'll start changing your behavior. You'll start changing your actions. And you'll start rebuilding for self-healing. This is our problem as people. Lacking in direction, but we lacking in our knowledge. We lacking in our own black history of knowledge. We lacking in our own self of knowledge. Embrace yourself. Know who you are before you think about giving somebody else's guidance or loving someone else if you ain't loved yourself first. Love yourself first. Respect yourself first. Hate, get it out your life. Get it out your mind. Get it out your soul. And work on your knowledge of self. Realign your mental in your body so you can truly heal. And meditation is a direction. And self-educate. It's my time for the night. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the likes button, man. Hey, be a subscriber. Get a t-shirt, powerusnow.com. Man, wake up, people. Wake up so we can empower ourselves, so we can empower each other, so we can empower our group, so we can have true power. Knowledge is the power, and we can make the change. Somewhat overnight. It's a slow process, but it must start on time. And it must start on your time because you must wake up to see it within time. If you don't never wake up to see it within time, time will tick away and it may be too late. This is your brother, and I'm encouraging you to wake up, and I'm inspiring you to wake up to be a radical thinker for a changed mindset because we are a self-help movement for rebuilding, self-healing. This is my time for the night. Put the guns up, be a responsible gun owner. Think smart, people. Love each other, respect each other. It's my time. Protect, unite, power, peace. Have a good night.